Hello, it's Fellonius. I'm going to jap about sea. Most of us doesn't live that close to sea or oceans, and I'm glad that I don't, so it's no big deal. But there is a bit difference between oceans. There are only 7 of them, I think, 8. The Atlantic being one, and you have the Pacific on the other side of the United States. But we don't. We have Skagerrak, we have the Baltic Sea. We only have seas. And if I'm going to do a sea cruise, I'm probably going to go to Finland, or the little island between Sweden and Finland. I'm not going to Riga or something like that, but I might do. You never know. And why don't I go on more sea cruises? Because, well, there might be some reason, right? Well, first of all, I don't like the sea. I would totally loathe the ocean. I mean, yeah, it looks good when you're going surfing and all that stuff. Nope, there are too many sharp things in the water. And there's water. I'm not totally sure how you feel about it, but when I go down to the sea, and in this case it's our western sea, that's the Skagerrak and the Kattegat, I'm looking at these waves. It can be a very sunny day. It can be totally more or less no wind in the air at all. And still that freaking water is moving. It's always moving. It's never standing still at the sea. I suppose the same goes for an ocean. And that is creepy. How the hump is this still moving? No wind. Good weather. The sailboats aren't even moving out there. But the water is. And it's moving with a force. Not smooth. With a force. And, of course, we all know that, well, sea does kill. Because it is something different. It is acting on, well, perhaps the moon or the streams and stuff, of course. And it is a part of the ecosystem. But I can't see it as a part of the ecosystem. I can only see it as a force to be reckoned with, of course, but it's on its own. And it's evil. Yes, the sea is evil. It's only doing that because it wants me. It wants me to get down back into the sea. Probably dead. But that's not the point. I'm not going in there. Now, going on it. Why don't I go on sea? Well, how many of you have been on a sea cruise or going with any larger boat at all? I mean, just getting on a single ferry between Denmark and Sweden, it's not fun. It's not really fun. 20 minutes and you're over. And then you can drive along it. That's not fun. And you don't sit and watch your trip. I mean, when I have only been flying once, but when I flew, I'm actually sitting nailed to the window. My first trip, it was from southern Sweden up to Stockholm, and I was nailed to it. That was so amazing. It was the best thing ever. When I get back, I couldn't sit by the window. I had to sit by the aisle, the mid thing. But still. But when you're on a boat, on one of those ferries or anything, you don't sit and watch. I tried to get out on deck, watching seagulls or whatever it is up there. It's a bird, I know that. But then I see the water. And then I see the waves, and then I see the foam from the boat and going. I'm not totally sure that we are going to be okay. And I know, the guy who is driving this thing, he knows more about this than me. I should trust him. But no. But I'm not the worst one. I need to end this story with one of the best things that ever happened to me. At least the most funny thing. Me and my ex, my son's mother, we were going together with the whole company. It was a summer tour, and we had the club, the company club had arranged a trip to the northern part of Denmark. Very good trip, I must say. And we were going first with a boat from Gothenburg to Frederikshavn, and we get to the boat, and my co-op was going before me, and suddenly she totally braked. What is it? I just had to ask her, what's the problem? Wait a minute, she said. And then she took one foot and started to pushing downwards in order to see if he could make the boat rock. I don't know the tonnage of this one, but it was more than she could actually do. And I said, what are you doing? I just want to see if it moves. You can't move that. And then I started to laugh. And she went aboard. But she said, how come they are so easily to rock? How come they are going back and forth, left to right? It has to be that they're floating too high or something. And I couldn't explain because I laughed. And this vision of my little girl at that time, standing there, pushing with one foot, trying to make the big boat rock. Yeah. I haven't been to sea cruise since then. I haven't, because I can't for the life of me imagine that I would be able to board a boat more. I will probably laugh, and then I will stay where I was. Sorry, that's how it is. But I'm not missing sea cruises. I'm not really into them, and I'm not missing them. And still, perhaps I am like 40 minutes from sea, and I can probably take one. Yeah. Thanks for listening. Bye.